And a very good morning to you, Caesar Abagali. You're in Tamale. You're with the GNA in the region. And I say, have a great morning, my good friend. I hope that you are going to have some nice sodas, soft drinks. I'm going to take another drink, Caesar Abagali. I'm watching you. All right, so front page of the Daily Guide. It says, I'm ready for Antwa. GCPP man Des Rawlings. $5 million Abacha cash saga. And we know that there's been a brouhaha between the two. And Rawlings saying that the whole issue in the media is also being fanned by Henry Latte with support from some individuals and persons in the NDC. Very interesting. Other stories we have. We didn't borrow 110 billion Ghana cedis for kebab, says Mahama. And then sexy fetish priest busted. EC response to Indium. Let's look at the center spread. I always love looking at the News One. I used to be a full newspaper, always now on the center spread of the newspaper. And Dana Samwa is a gospel singer. She says, our Nehemiah. Nanado is our Nehemiah of our time. We have other stories as well. Ghanaians hold the Batakari Festival in UK. Raymond represents Ghana at Mr. Africa and others. Okay. Now let's look at the Daily Graphic has on the front page notice of polls on hold for presidential election. EC awaiting outcome of disqualification challenges. And so it means printing of the ballot papers, etc. is now on hold, because those disqualified are fighting to get back onto the ballot papers. We'll see how that goes. NDP drags EC to court. GCPP petition strike over 5 million Ghana cedi or dollar Abacha gave to Rawlings. Rawlings says, can 5 million or 2 million. 2 million, no. FAO signs agreement with 4 institutions in the management exploitation of timber. You have Dr. Ben Donko, Executive Director of the Timber Development Division of the Forestry Commission, receiving a document from William Hanna, who is Ambassador of the EU delegation in Ghana. Let me see. Usually, if you go to a center spread, you find some, I'm sure, campaign issues. Let me see whether I'll find it this time today. Daily Graphic. Okay. The feature there is on Ghana to honor fishermen for good practices. Nice. We have front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. President Mahama teases Akufo-Addo. He rants away from our one-on-one debates. And the president, we know in an article or a story called from, is it Ovation? Yes. So that he's not afraid of a debate, but he just didn't want to take part in a debate organized by an institution, the IEA. We also have NDC will maintain its record in the Volta region. And NCC's July survey on the 2016 elections. You have a lot more updates on pages 3, 5, and 9. Those are the stories. Back page, the stories continue. Front page of the Ghanaian Times, EC and the pressure as more parties drag it to court. Assassination attempt on Mo Chief. Kofi Boakye threatens to resign. Not resigning from the police service. He's resigning from being on, is he executive committee or one of the institutions of the Ghana Football Association. At least that's what it's now being circulated. Back page, we have Vigan, others appointed to FA's Appeals Committee. John Vigan, we know, is with the Ghanaian Times. Ethics Committee boss threatens to quit. $100 million invested in fisheries, we're told. Front page of the next paper, The Finder. Debt crisis hits Ghana. 20% revenue to go into debt servicing annually till 2035. Okay, that's serious. MPA think tank clash over fuel prices. Mahama accuses media of sabotage. And Nanado begins Ashanti region tour today. So those are the stories we have on the front page of The Finder. Now we have to look at the last paper. and it is the Business and Financial Times. Local USD bond could foster dollarization, analysts warn, and we have corporate success demands an open mind. Total boss, agribusiness or agric shows signs of revival. On the back page, we have Access Bank support as CFOs. And then Ghana on course to eliminate hunger, according to a report. Banking industry must innovate, we're also being told. Okay, so those are the stories we have. Now we have to do a review of the various online portals. And you get to Myjoy Online, and then you will find Mahama begins tour of the Ashanti region. That's Akufo-Addo actually begins tour of the Ashanti region. And the MPP flag bearer Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is expected in the Ashanti region on Wednesday to begin a 4-day campaign tour. That's great. Next story. A Burundi leader signs decree to quit the International Criminal Court. President Pierre Nkurunziza signed the decree on Tuesday for the country to quit the International Criminal Court after Parliament voted overwhelmingly last week to remove the country from the court's jurisdiction. Mahama issues a 2-week ultimatum to Passar Road contractor, and the president has issued a 2-day ultimatum to a contractor working on the Passar Road in the Volta region to begin work on or risk having his contract abrogated. The question is, did they have to take the president to go there to go and see the work not being done? The road minister should have known, shouldn't he? 2016 transition in limbo as Administrator General cries for funds. Next story. Lawsuits delaying printing of ballot papers, the EC laments. And then we have a hot video on who can think far and who can't think far. Fuel prices have not been increased, and we know that a statement was issued by the National Petroleum Authority, the NPA, dismissing reports in the media that apparently there had been fuel price increment to the tune of some 11%. But the NPA says those reports really are not true. So we get to see the last one. Public institutions implored to allow Muslim women wear hijab at work. And authorities at the Asokore Mampong Assembly in the Ashanti region are asking officials of public institutions to allow Muslim women wear the hijab at work. I think that already they're wearing the hijab. I don't know whether there's no ban on it. So I don't know. So we have to look at City FM. City FM is the next portal. It has on the page heed Rawlings warning, ignore MPP criticism, according to Mahama. And we also have revoke our flag bearers disqualification or face us in court. The PNC seems to be warning the Electoral Commission. And the PNC flag bearer is one of the casualties of the disqualification by the Electoral Commission. The next story, court hearing the electoral dispute to sit daily, including even on weekends. Not a bad idea at all. Fast-tracking issues of the elections. We hope that this one also will include the disqualification petitions or perhaps the cases before the court. Nana Addo runs away from one-on-one debates, Mahama. And now we go to the Africa page of the BBC. Africa highlights and Nigeria aims to ban university diploma courses. Burundi pulls out of the ICC, we're told. You go up a little, you also find Somali militant attack strategic town. And then Congo caterpillar attacks row turns fatal. I see. All right. So those are the highlights we have for the various online portals. You can also get a lot more of the questions and the links on Twitter as well as our Facebook feed. And right now we're streaming live on our Facebook channel. Myjoy Online is also a channel for YouTube. And when you go to Facebook, Joy News on TV, you get to find me there.